Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video we're going to be talking about playing pizzicato. Whenever we see pizzicato in a piece, pizz, what does it mean? How do we do it? That's what we're going to talk about in just a second. So how do we know when we need to play pizzicato? Well, first off, we see this in music, typically written by this abbreviation right here, P-I-Z-Z, pizz. This means pizzicato. And I don't know the actual definition of this Italian word. It sounds Italian to me. But what this means is that we mute the thumb out. And this is the way that we do it. So you can take I call it the karate chop muscle, and right on the back of the bridge. So you want to come off the strings all the way behind the bridge, and then you can fold your hand over like this, and it makes a nice kind of a cave in there. Now that allows you to play the bass, but you have just a little bit of flesh on the strings here. It's not completely up on the strings, or else it'll just mute it out. It's not completely behind, or else it'll just be normal. So but if you can chop down directly on the bridge and then fold over, then you can have this sound. In this example, so it's a different sound than the actual, the bright normal thumb sound. So you're playing with the flesh of the thumb, you're muting it out with the back of the palm right here. And typically when you do this, you need to play a little bit louder because you need to really thump it. It gives the effect of a string bass almost. Now what this does though is it's a very cool sound, but it takes your hand out of optimal position to play arpeggios or scales or anything like that. So if other things are going on, then your technique on your fingers will be compromised. And some styles actually do play like this, typically with a thumb pick, like Travis picking, and some country styles, Chet Atkins. They do a lot of that kind of thing, where it's a lot of pizzicato bass and it sounds like a full band. It gives the upper voices a very twangy sound because of the technique used. It adds a lot of tension into the hand. So over time, it's an excess tension technique. But for an effect in a piece of music it's in a classical guitar piece of music, then we do it when we want to do it. Now the way to practice this is twofold. One is to practice it just by itself, meaning I'm just practicing being able to play like this and get a really nice rich thumping sound. The other way is to practice getting into and out of it. Like in this example, this first introduction is not pizzicato, but then it starts pizzicato right here. So then ideally, we practice getting into that. And how do we do that? We practice just getting down there, right? And the switch between that and then coming right back out of it into our optimal hand position that we want for whatever it is going forward. So this is the pizzicato. Use your karate chop it behind the bridge, rock your hand, fold your hand over so that you have just a little bit of flesh touching the strings, then whop it with your thumb. Right? I hope you've enjoyed this video on the pizzicato. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and have a great day. See you soon.